Welcome to Frontrunner Motorsport.
Hello and welcome to Frontrunner Motorsport and a brand spanking new episode of One Race Wonders. And hey, look at me, I'm not talking about a German who had a single race in Formula 1. This time we are looking at a driver from the hills of Switzerland. Although Heinrich Heini was born in Alpfel, which is less than a couple of hours from the German border, but it's a bit different. So strap in for a fun one. Remember to follow my Twitter and subscribe to the channel, please. With that said, let's begin. Heini was not a race driver by profession. He was a businessman. He owned car dealerships and restaurants, and racing was a hobby. He did it on the side at weekends. He never had any real success. I can't find any records of him winning any race in any kind of major event. And his career was very brief, starting in the 1956 Nürburgring 1000 km race and ending at the same race 11 years later. He was a champion of the European Hill Climb Championship in 1960 and 1961, as well as in the GT class in 1964, all of which was in a Porsche. But he did enter some major sports car races and a single Formula 1 race, which is why we are talking about him. He spent most of his career racing in Porsches at the Nordschleife to some relative success. I mean, he scored points, he didn't actually win anything. But he did get his chance in Formula 1 at the Nürburgring, which he was pretty much an expert at. The German Grand Prix of 1962, he would be racing for the Ecurie Filippinetti, started by Swiss engineer and entrepreneur Georges Filippinetti, who basically started the team to help Joe Siffert have a racing career and would support several Swiss race drivers. In fact, Georges Filippinetti himself raced in pre-war Grand Prix and probably knew a good race driver when he saw one, and he also owned a castle. How does one buy a castle? I'm just asking for a friend. Heini didn't embarrass himself at this Grand Prix. His experience at the Nürburgring was probably a boon. He raced in a Porsche 718, not many Porsche chassis in Formula 1, but here we have one. He managed to qualify in 14th and finish 14th, just one lap behind eventual winner Graham Hill, although a lap was about 9 minutes, so it may not have been that good, but for someone so inexperienced in Grand Prix racing, it was a fine performance. There isn't much of anything else to say about Heini. I did find some information saying he was at the Le Mans 24 Hours in 1960, in a works Porsche, but I think they're mixing Heini with Hans Walter, and I'm pretty sure that's not the same person. And Heini short career would end in 1967 in a Porsche at the Nürburgring. He would be president of the Ensman Car Company and passed away in 2009 at a healthy old age. And I give him crap for not winning anything, but he did pretty well. Getting a race in Formula 1 and not embarrassing himself? There's many One Race Wonders who could only dream of that. Thank you for watching. The playlist is in the description below, and there are plenty of episodes to keep you occupied. Leave a comment with your thoughts, like and share the video, and please subscribe to the channel. I'm still aiming for 50 subscribers by the end of July, and I would love you to join the ever increasing population of Frontrunner fans. And follow me on Twitter. I post new videos there when they release, and I plan on using it a lot more often when the motorsport once again begins. Thanks again, and have a good one.